YouTube, man. We're back, man, with some more scary TikToks. TikToks gonna make you question reality. TikToks that's gonna make you wake you up. All here on this channel, bro. That's what we do. Let's dive on into this vid.
Rituals, you don't play with it, bro. There's
Okay.
a whole shrine in Kyoto.
Yeah,
and
Japan.
And they
in
practice
Japan.
this like deadly ritual. You wish death upon somebody else.
What the
That's
what?
bro. So it's called
Wishing death for somebody is
Usumaru.
different,
They
bro.
would have like this wooden figure. So it's kind of like voodoo, right?
Yeah.
And they
Okay,
would take
it does sound
they
like
would go
voodoo.
to like a sacred tree around that temple. In between the hours of 1 a.m. and 3 a.m., they would have the intention of a person in their mind and they would nail it on the tree. So
That's
if
different.
you were to walk in to the person doing this ritual, it's raps for you too. Because look, that person who does the ritual has to kill you because you've seen him doing or her doing the
What?
ritual. If they don't, the curse would go
Reverse?
back to them. Because it's like karma. It's funny because Japan recently did it.
What do you mean they recently
They
did?
recently
What?
did it and they targeted Putin.
No.
Yeah. So listen, they had a cardboard cutout of
Oh,
Putin's
man,
face,
what the
and
hell?
they put it on that wooden figure. They nailed it to the tree. They also took another one, put a note in Chinese letters, nailed it to the tree.
Everybody was
Chloe is one of the most
doing it? What the
well-known
hell?
spirits to haunt the Myrtles plantation. She was a
Okay.
former slave who worked in the house. The story goes, Chloe was caught eavesdropping on her master's private conversation, and as punishment, her ear was cut off.
What?
To exact her revenge, Chloe baked a cake containing poisonous oleander leaves,
Oh, man.
intending to harm her master. Unfortunately, her plan backfired when the master's wife and 2 daughters consumed the cake and died.
What?
As a result, Chloe was hanged by her fellow slaves. It's believed their spirits still haunt the
Damn.
plantation.
This is why you should always lock your doors.
Okay.
A woman living in an apartment complex in the Bronx was arriving home from work one night at 2 a.m. when she noticed 2 guys standing in front of the apartment complex.
Gotta be
As she made her
vigilant.
way inside, she notices one of the 2 guys began to follow her.
Oh, hell no. He was really trying to get her, bro. So you gotta be focused, man, nowadays, bro.
Barely avoiding the man by just one
He really gonna say,
second,
"Hey, yo,
she
miss."
closes the door on him. She explains that when she was heading inside and being
Like he
followed,
wasn't, like
the man began
she
to
knows
try
it
and
was
grab her
what he was
attention.
doing.
She kept going. NYPD has not been able to locate the
Can you imagine? You get a phone call from the night watch
Okay.
about a strange man who has been standing close to your house. This is exactly what happened to this woman.
What?
She wasn't expecting the terrifying face of this man.
Okay.
Pay close attention.
What do he look like? You in the neighborhood watch too? I can't even see his face. Okay, we gave the guy warnings. They're just waiting on the police now. Oh crap. The hell? Oh man, what the Let's just see his eyes, bro. Oh hell no. What the hell is that?
A group of investigators have believed to have found the identity of the Zodiac Killer.
Really?
But is it really him? Have they solved it? The Zodiac Killer is one of the most infamous
Yep, we know
serial
about him.
killers the world has ever seen. Let's get into this case.
Okay.
The Zodiac Killer terrorized Northern Carolina during the 1960s and 70s.
Damn, for 10
He is
years?
known to have killed 5 people, but claims to have killed 37. It all
Damn.
begins on the 20th of December, 1968.
Okay.
17-year-old David and 16-year-old Betty were in their car. They were parked when suddenly a man with a gun
Just started a
started
blast?
shooting at them. They both died, and the police had no idea what was to come
Oh
next.
man.
The 4th of July, 1969, another
Okay.
couple went through the same
So he's just
thing.
targeting couples?
Darlene and Michael were parked in a car, and both were shot. Michael did survive the incident and was able to
Oh, okay,
describe
so he
his
survived.
killer. He described him as late 20s, early 30s, a stocky build, around 5'8", and brown hair.
How did they find
That
him?
night, a man called the police, claiming responsibility for both shootings, and he was able to confirm
What the
the
hell?
weapon
He's
he
bo-
used.
how you gonna call the
He
police
then
and tell them you
started
did it,
sending
bro?
letters to loads of different news stations, police.
Trying to confuse him?
In these letters, he shared details that only the police would know.
Oh.
With each of these letters came a cipher. He claimed that these ciphers would eventually reveal his identity. The very first cipher only took about a week to crack,
Okay.
and this is what it said. I like killing people because it is so much fun. It is more fun than killing wild game in the forest, because man is the most dangerous animal of all.
You have to be a sick person, man, if you want to just murder people, though.
To kill
That's
something
insane.
gives me the most thrilling experience. It is even better than getting your rocks off with a girl. The best part of it is that when I die, I will be reborn in paradise, and all that I have killed will become my slaves.
What?
I will not give you my name, because you will try to slow down or stop my collecting of slaves.
She's
for
insane,
my
bro.
life. And he always signed his letters with a very distinct symbol. The mark that would be known as the mark of the Zodiac.
And that's where he got
And
his
that's
name.
because he started referring to himself as the Zodiac in his letters.
That's crazy,
Shortly
bro.
after he attempted to kill yet another couple, they were having a picnic near a lake, and he walked up wearing a executioner kind of style hood
The hell?
with the Zodiac symbol on his chest.
He made a whole
tied
freaking
the
outfit.
couple
What the fuck?
up and began stabbing them. Cecilia, the woman, died.
Damn.
And her partner Brian did not.
So two
He
people
survived
survived.
despite being stabbed 6 times in the back.
Damn,
And he
6
had the exact
times?
same description as the previous survivor.
Okay, so yeah, now they know
Things
it's
only
him.
get crazier in part 2, so go check it out. It's already up.
These are horror movies I
That's
guarantee you
freaking
cannot
insane,
finish
bro.
part 1. Up first is Megan is Missing. And this movie completely took over TikTok in 2020 for being so disturbing and
Damn.
just scary. It's about a teenager who mysteriously
Okay.
disappears without a trace after meeting someone she had been talking to online.
Mm-hmm.
Amy then starts looking for her friend Megan and then uncovers the truth. And what
crap.
happens next is just extremely disturbing.
Which
The final
is?
22 minutes of this movie might be the most uncomfortable and weird watch you would ever see. It's
Damn.
completely inhumane, sadistic, and just sad. This movie is not for the
Okay.
weak, and that's why I don't think you can finish it. Next is
Trust
the
me,
movie
probably
Touch that
haven't.
would definitely make you rethink life.
Touch 2?
This movie follows a podcaster who ventures into the Canadian wilderness to interview an old man. But when he arrives, the man starts telling him all these stories and something just seems off. He then
Okay.
paralyzes the podcaster and then explains to him his master plan.
What?
Which is to turn somebody into a walrus, which he attempts to do.
Oh
This
my
movie is just
gosh.
extremely disturbing and it's not an easy watch. But if you feel like testing your horror skill, this movie is definitely...
You got it.
Facts, part 29.
Okay.
1980, when a group of loggers were cutting off the top of a chestnut oak tree, they
Mhm.
noticed the mummified remains of a hunting dog.
Whoa.
Experts believe that it chased its prey up the tree in the 1960s,
stayed
only
in
to
it?
get stuck and eventually die. He was posthumously named Stucky. After
Stucky.
Wildlife Wonderland in Melbourne, Australia, went abandoned in 2012.
Damn.
A dead great white shark was left to decompose in a tank for more than 5 years. This is a
I had to depose in the damn tank? That's different.
a high-resolution image of stitches in the eye after a corneal transplant.
Whoa.
Due to their unique spinal structure, elephants are not meant to carry heavy loads on their backs. They often suffer serious spinal injuries
people just
as a
sitting
result
on
of
them,
carrying
bro.
tourists around for several hours each day. This is a leaked screenshot from CNN's supposed doomsday tape. The footage is meant to be broadcasted by the last surviving employee in
What the
case all
hell?
of humanity is about to die. It features a marching band playing the song Nearer My God to Thee, the same
Okay.
song that onboard musicians play.
What happens after death in different religions? To
Okay.
begin this series, let's look at
Buddhism.
Buddhism. In Buddhism, when an individual loses their life,
Okay.
they shall be sent to one of the 6 realms of reincarnation.
Okay.
The realm of gods, the realm of humans, the realm of the demigods, the realm of
Oh,
the
man.
animals, the realm of the hungry ghosts, and the realm of hell.
Oh crap.
And yes, if you're a Naruto fan, you probably just realized what these guys were actually representing. Your time in these realms is
Hey, what the
always
hell?
temporary, and it is dependent on the karma you accumulated in your past lives.
Okay.
This endless cycle of reincarnation is seen
reincarnated
as
again.
nothing more than suffering in Buddhism,
Oh.
as the ultimate goal is to
Is to
break
break
the
out of it?
suffering and reach enlightenment.
I also saw something on Reddit too. These German people just moved into a house they bought in the US. I don't know why, but they were hearing a lot of strange shit, but it was usually coming from like the attic. So they let it go. They have a dog too. Dog's always like curious of like what's going on. But they found out it's built on haunted ground. They hear some like noises this one night because they were waking up.
I've never bought a house with some haunted ground crap, bro.
His recording camera starts recording everything going on. You can hear in the distance. Some walking, and this guy's like calling his dog. He's like, "Hey, come here!" And you can hear the dog in the video. He's like a scared dog.
Oh, I don't want to do it.
Camera, walks up, opens the attic, and he places it down. Now the scene is just him in the attic, and he's standing in the middle.
Oh crap!
Oh my god!
What the? I'm not liking this vibe already.
Morbid Facts, Part 28. This is a 1954 photo of two 4-year-old Australian boys playing in a sandbox full of asbestos. This was during a time when very little was known about the devastating effects of asbestos on humans, as both boys eventually died from mesothelioma before the age of 40. In France, you can legally marry a dead person as long as you can prove that they planned on marrying you before they died. These were the...
Can you marry a dead person? What the hell? What?
Clothing and acts of Rome's most famous executioner, Mastro Tita. He carried out a total of 516 executions over his 68-year career. Richard Klinkhammer's wife mysteriously disappeared in 1991. Next year, he wrote a book on 7 ways to kill your spouse. A few years later, the new owners of his former home found his wife's skeletal remains.
Oh my gosh,
he was sentenced to 7 years in prison, but was released 5 years early due to good behavior.
What?
A British Marine had a leg tattoo of Liverpool's motto, "You'll never walk alone." But after a major injury in Afghanistan, his leg was amputated, and the surgeon had to cut the tattoo, so it now read, "You'll never walk." These are some times when religion was taken way too far. When she was 16 years old, Annalise Michaels started eating her own hens and drinking her urine while suffering from seizures and delusions. But her devout Christian family denied medical reasoning and instead blamed the devil. She underwent 67 different exorcisms and weighed less than 70 pounds by the time of her death. In 1998, 2-year-old Harrison Johnson was stung 432 times after disturbing a yellow jacket's nest in Florida.
My gosh.
His parents simply asked locals to pray for him since their religion viewed medical care as witchcraft. They didn't bring him to the hospital until he stopped breathing more than 7 hours later, and he likely died in excruciating death. In 1991, a Nigerian prophet felt inspired by the story of David in the Bible and wanted to recreate it. So he went into a lion's cage at the zoo, believing that God would keep their mouths shut. Within seconds, he was completely torn to shreds. In 2018, American missionary John Allen Chow illegally traveled to North Sentinel Island to preach Christianity to an uncontacted tribe. He was well aware that the Sentinelese people were extremely violent toward outsiders, but he believed that God would protect him. Before he even stepped foot on land, he was greeted with an arrow through the heart.
He didn't even make it a freaking foot online, and they just took him out, bro. What the hell? That facts I've never even known before, bro. That's why we always gotta be locked in, bro.
Japanese yokai, Hahakigami, the broom spirit. Hahakigami can be seen on cold, windy mornings, sweeping aggressively at the fallen leaves. In the olden days, brooms are used in purification ritual ceremonies. They were used to purify an area and sweep out evil spirits and negative energy.
I never knew that.
The Hahagami are also used as magical charms for safe and quick childbirth. It acts as a relic to sweep out the baby from its mother safely. They are also used as charms
it's good luck and bad luck, bro.
Overstaying their visit. Okay, I need a Hahakigami now. Get rid of all those overstaying guests.
What would you do if you saw a mysterious creature outside your house? This TikToker has been documenting some weird things going on around his house, and they're pretty freaky. He recently caught this video, and when I tell you this gave me absolute chills, watch this video.
What the hell's around his house, bro? Alright, on to the other side, bro. What the?
Oh damn!
The hell is that? Like on top of the roof.
Holy shit! All right. So bitch is one on the other side of the house.
The hell?
Oh.
Oh no, that's different, bro.
What the hell?
What the hell, bro?
What the hell?
What the hell is that?
Where'd it go? What is that?
The hell is that on a roof?
Sir, that's not your house anymore.
Have you guys heard of the new movie coming out called Lanier? It's based on the true events that happened at Lake Lanier.
I haven't heard about this.
But have any of you ever heard what actually happened at the real Lake Lanier? First of all, there's been tons of mysterious disappearances involving this lake.
Okay.
There have been numerous reports of people vanishing while swimming, boating, or even just walking around the lake shores. Some people have gone missing under seemingly normal circumstances, but left no evidence behind
no trace, nothing
whatsoever. There are also many stories of supernatural occurrences.
Oh crap.
Many believe that this lake is haunted with ghostly apparitions, phantom ships, and even eerie sounds across the water. Some accounts even describe occurrences with spirits or entities underneath the water's surface. There have also been reports of strange lights or orbs moving across the water's surface at night.
Oh damn, what the
people who have visited this lake say that they feel like they're being watched.
And nobody's documented this yet?
Sunken ghost towns under the water. So Lake
Ghost towns under the water, bro?
And when it was created, several towns and communities were submerged under the water. And the remnants of these towns and communities can actually still be found under its waters. A lot of people have reported feeling an extreme sense of unease while exploring these underwater ruins. Lake Lanier also has a long history of accidents and tragedies.
Yeah, it's haunted, bro. Don't even go near that.
Boat collisions and fatal injuries have happened at this lake. This movie sounds like it's going to be a creepy one.
Yes, it do.
Have any of you ever heard any more stories about Lake Lanier? And if so, please comment.
Prove how you can astral project. There are step-by-step instructions that were just declassified by the U.S. government on how you can actually leave your body. Well, you see, in the 1980s, the Central Intelligence Agency was researching astral projection, and it seemed like they got it down to a science. As they discovered that using the process called hemisync, exposing your brain to different frequencies in different years, will allow your body to astral project while asleep. And this is what the frequencies sound like. Even though the full documents are online, not many people know that.
The lesbian
astral project, bro?
I'm not joking, that's literally what the media called her. Hi, I'm Meg, I cover true crime. Let's get into this truly weird case.
Okay.
Tracy Wigington was born on the 4th of August, 1965.
Tracy Wigington.
In Rockhampton, Australia. Following her parents' divorce when she was only 4, she had to go live with her grandparents.
Okay.
Unfortunately, her mother basically abandoned her and remarried.
Mom just left her.
Life with her grandparents was pretty awful. Her grandmother would physically abuse her, and her grandfather would SA her quite often. To escape, she would read books. But they weren't like normal children books, they were a lot darker.
Okay.
Vampire stories were her favorite.
Oh man.
She wanted to be a vampire. She loved the powers they possessed. She wanted those powers. She thought if she had them, she could get out of her awful situation.
Damn.
Also, a side note, she knew she was gay from a very young age. Both her grandparents died when she was around 15.
Okay.
She tried to move back in with her mom, but her mom didn't accept the fact that she was gay, so that did not last long. Instead, she went and moved in with a family friend, but the father of that family also apparently ended up abusing her.
Damn, man, what the hell?
When she turned 18, everything would change because she actually got her grandparents' will. And it was a good amount of money.
And they left her mom?
This changed everything for her. She was able to get out of that other abusive home. And during this time, she really started getting into the occult, but like properly. A lot of people say she changed a lot during this time. Like she started wearing all black, very like satanic kind of outfits.
She started worshiping the devil.
Everything started looking up for her when she met a woman. By the way, there's a lot of contradicting information.
So she met someone?
Online, so I'm just doing what I have read. It was said that they got married and everything, and when they tried to have a baby, Tracy actually miscarried the baby, and this led to a divorce.
Damn.
And unfortunately, it went downhill for Tracy at that point.
So everything just went...
October 1989, Tracy met a girl named Lisa in a nightclub.
Okay.
Tracy was exactly the kind of girl Lisa was looking for. At this time, they were both in their mid-20s.
Okay.
That night, the two ended up in bed together. That's when Tracy told Lisa, that she was a vampire.
Oh,
She
man.
explained her absolute need and love for blood, specifically human blood. And Lisa was like, cool. They grew to be very close very fast.
All right.
And Lisa started cutting her own skin so that Tracy could drink her blood. I wish I was joking.
That's different. What the heck?
But Lisa was not the only person Tracy was getting her blood from.
What?
I'm running out of time, so come back for part 2 because this gets wild.
Here in my top do not watch movies because I was extremely disturbed and I wanted to stop watching. Number 1, nothing bad can happen. Very sweet Christian teen leaves his home and gets taken in by a family. Horrible things ensue. Don't watch it. Don't do it. It's inspired by true events, apparently. Don't do it. And number 2, last one for tonight. Speak no evil. Danish family gets invited to hang out with another family, and that other family sucks. They do unspeakable things. The ending is going to depress you, okay? Just save yourself those 2 hours, okay?
Okay, thanks. I will, because I ain't watching it. YouTube, man, like I said, we watched a lot of TikTok clips today, bro, but at the end of the video, man, it's up to you to decide, is it real or is it fake? Is it reality or is it fiction, man? Like I said, YouTube, man, let me know if you guys rock with the longer videos, man. Like I said, I'm really just trying to hit this algorithm, bro, so I'm gonna try to react to some more longer vids, bro. Like I said, we're trying to grow this community, man. So every sub counts, every like is freaking appreciated, bro. It just helps us get into the algorithm, and we could push and we could grow our community even more. Guys, gonna catch you in the next one, man. I'm out. Peace, YouTube.